Good evening students. Today we discuss about 12th accountancy evening video. So in this evening video we will continue the same chapter, that is accounts of not for profit organization. In the previous video we discussed about some of the peculiar items to be shown in the income and expenditure account. How that item will be adjustable in income and expenditure account and balance sheet of not for profit organization. In order to more understanding, let us see two more example sums. In this example 14, they are asking calculate the printing and stationery to be debited in income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2018 and also show how it will be appear in the balance sheet. So they are asking final account of not for profit organization. So you can work out you can open income and expenditure account and also balance sheet. In this example sum, three information are given. Amount paid for stationery 1500, that is purchase. Stock of stationery 1st April opening stock 300. Stock of stationery 31st March closing stock 200. There is no sale. So in the income and expenditure account, use both the side of your ruled accountancy notebook, debit side, credit side. Write the heading income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2018. Make necessary columns. In the expenditure side, first write to stationery consume. In that, write first opening stock 300, it is given in the sum. Add purchases 1500, it is also given in the sum. The total amount is 1800. Less closing stock 200, it is also given in the sum. So after separating it, the net amount is 1600. You can write it in the outer column. There is no sale of sports material, that is there is no sale of stationery. So in the credit side, no need to write anything. Just leave it. No need to total the amount, no need to balance the income and expenditure account. That is, it is only one item you can show in the income and expenditure account. So no need to balance the income and expenditure account. It is one of the 3 mark or 5 mark sums. And then come to the balance sheet. Because of their asking final account of not for profit organization, you can work out balance sheet also. In that balance sheet, make the necessary column using two sides, debit side and the credit side. In the credit side, asset side, write stock of stationery, that is closing stock of stationery rupees 200. It is given in the sum itself. That's all in this sum. That is, you cannot balance or total the account. Just you can show how the item will appear in this account. And then specific fund, that is sum related to specific fund. It is also 2 mark or 3 mark or 5 mark sum. It will be asked in the public exam also. You can follow these steps in order to make adjustment of specific fund. Specific fund is to be shown on the liability side, and specific fund investment should be shown on the asset side of balance sheet. So any specific fund, not ordinary donation, any specific fund should be shown on the liability and fund investment should be shown on the asset side. Income and expense relating to specific fund account should not be recorded in the income and expenditure account. That should be taken to the balance sheet. Income related to the fund should be added to the fund account, that is in the liability side of balance sheet, and the expense related to the fund should be separated from the fund account in the balance sheet liability side. If interest is accrued on specific fund investments, that also should be added to the specific fund in the liability side of balance sheet. And any fund investment that should be shown in the asset side of a balance sheet. If any interest accrued on investment, that is outstanding interest, that also should be shown in the asset side of balance sheet. So in order to more understanding this specific fund, let us see one example sum. So illustration 15. In this illustration they are asking how will the following appear in final account of the club for the year ending that 2017 to 2018. That is, price fund is given opening stock 60,000. Price fund investment is given 60,000. Interest received on price fund investment 6,000 is given. Price distribution, that is expenses, 8,000. Donation received for price fund income 12,000. So 5 items related to a specific fund is given in the sum. So they are asking to prepare final account. If any specific fund and related item are given, means if they are asking the final account, means you can work out only balance sheet. No need to prepare income and expenditure account, because of specific fund items should not be taken to income and expenditure account. Only should be taken to the balance sheet. Even though they are asking final accounts, you can prepare only in balance sheet specific fund related items. So the price fund will be taken to the liability side balance sheet, and then price fund investment should be taken to the asset side of balance sheet. Interest received price fund investment 6,000 and donation received for the price fund 12,000. Both the amount should be added to the fund amount 60,000. Price distribution is one of the expenses, so it should be separated from the price fund in the liability side. In the asset side, only the investment amount should be taken. So come to the solution. You can use both the side of your accounts ruled sum notebook, debit side and credit side. Make the necessary column, liability amount column, asset amount column. Write the heading balance sheet of club as on 31st March 2018. First, liability side, take the price fund amount, it is given in the sum itself 60,000. To that add interest received on fund investment 6,000, and also add donation received for price fund 12,000. Add all these three amount, the total amount is 78,000. From that, less price distribution, it is one of the expense, so you can subtract it, 8,000. The net amount is 70,000. It is the present value of price fund. And in the asset side, you can write price fund investments rupees 60,000. No need to balance the balance sheet, because in this sum they are asking only the related item price fund. It is not a full workout sums. So if only one item are asking, means you can just show whether it should be in debit side or credit side and write the amount. No need to balance the ledger. Okay, so it is the solution for illustration 15. And then with that we conclude this adjustment sums. Peculiar items should be shown in the income and expenditure account and balance sheet of not for profit organization. And go through afternoon video and evening video thoroughly. Understand all the example sums which are taught in these two videos, afternoon and evening videos. Work out all the example sums first in your accounts sum notebook, and also related exercise sums you can work out. Related exercise sums you can work out with the help of the specimen. Work out all the sums in your sum notebook and keep the notebook safely and bring it on school reopening day without fail. And also send task complete message compulsorily. Some of them are not sending task complete message in the group every day. I find I mark the attendance every day, so some of them are not sending assignment in the group, not task complete message. So don't forget, all of you should send task complete message in the group. Mention subject also. Some of them simply send a task complete message, they are not mentioning the subject, because of per day you will be able to receive 2-3 subject videos. So mention the subject compulsorily and send a task complete message in the group during the given time. Okay, thank you.